Time for another HACS video. Today we are going to look at three components for the HACS. We will see one dashboard, this one here, the room summary card, and then we also have two integrations. First one is this one here that allows you to integrate your media player with the online service and pull the lyrics for all of you that like to sing along. Plus, we have additional integration that allows you to see the sun forecast for your area. Let's get started in a couple of seconds. What does this first component do? This first component allows you to match the song that is currently playing on any of your media players inside your smart home with the Genius online database of the lyrics. That means that the song is playing in media player and you can pull the data from the online database and get all the lyrics that you want. In this case, for example, The Doors, The Spy, and we have all of the lyrics. That way, you can also sing along together with your smart home. Let's get started with the installation. This component by Robert is called Genius Lyrics, and it allows you to pull data from the Genius database online service for any media that your media player is playing. But remember, if you do end up using the component, don't forget to say thanks to the author by at least clicking on the star on the GitHub repository. Thanks to Robert. So let's dive into the installation. Since this integration is still not official part of the HACS family, we will need to copy the link, go to our Home Assistant, HACS, three dots, click on Custom Repositories, paste the URL, make sure that you didn't copy too much or too little. For the type, select Integration and click on Add. Now close this, type in Genius for Genius Lyrics, click on it, and click on Download. The latest version at the time of the recording is version 0.2.7, download, and since this is a backend integration, we will need to restart our Home Assistant. While Home Assistant is restarting, let's check the documentation. In the next step, of course, we will need to go to Integrations page and add this integration to activate it, and after that we will need to create a card to pull the lyrics from the system. The sample code can be copied from here, but we will need to customize parts of the code. For example, we will need to change the entity of the media player and also fix the sensors, because the sensors will match the media player name. That means that also if you have multiple media players inside your home, you can have multiple cards, because each media player or each speaker or TV or whatever you have as a media player can play different song. That also means that you can use this integration with any, all, or just one or two speakers. Home Assistant is still restarting, but let's go to Settings, Integrations, click on Add Integration, type in Genius for Genius Lyrics, and I will leave this ticked at Monitor all media player entities. Click on Next. You can select an area. I'll set it up to Data Center and finish. These are all the media players that have been configured in this system. I do need to prune because not everything is online. And since the integration is now active and monitoring all available media players, we can add the card. Click on Pencil, plus sign. I will select Manual as type of the card, and we will here paste the code. Media player is ClockMe, and I will also select this as a sensor, and we have added the markdown card. It is still not active because not all of the components have finished loading in Home Assistant. If we look at the state of the sensor, we can see that it is currently in the on state. We have information about the artist, this is the Doors, media title, Not to Touch the Earth, and media lyrics. These are the lyrics. We can also see the image for the cover, and that's pretty much it. After some tweaking, this is the code that I'm using. I have image from the album, which is the same image as this one here in the media player. Then I have the name of the band, The Doors, the name of the song, The Soft Parade, and of course we have rest of the lyrics. As soon as the song changes, we will get the new information from the system, it will be pulled down, we will have the new song lyrics available down under the media player. Once again, if you do end up installing this component for your Home Assistant, don't forget to say thanks to the Robert by clicking the star on his GitHub repository. Thank you. The next card is called the Room Summary card, and as you can see, it can give you at a glance summary of your UI. You can add main device, You can add temperature and humidity sensors to it. You can see the number of devices and entities inside the room. And you can also add specific controls to specific devices. For example, here I can turn the TV on and off, start the fan, send the vacuum, unlock or lock the door, etc. etc. So let's get cracking with the installation. As always, if you do end up using the card or installing it, don't forget to say thanks to the author by clicking the Start button. This card is still not officially part of the HACS community repository, and for that we need to copy the URL. Scroll down, select it, copy it, and then add it as a custom repository inside HACS. But you can also press on this blue button. It will give you a warning that it needs to open Home Assistant, click on Open Link, and by pressing Add you can add the repository that way. But I do prefer the old-fashioned way, so that's why I'll go to HACS, click on three dots, Custom Repositories, paste the URL, select the dashboard as a type, and click Add. Let's close this one, search for Room, and then install the Room Summary card. Click on Download. The latest version at the time of the recording is version 0.11.0. Download, and this should be it. We just need to press Reload to reload the browser. Go to your UI, select wherever you want to add this card, click on Edit Dashboard, click on plus sign, search for Room Summary card, and we can configure most of the card through the UI. There are some advanced features as far as I know that are still not available through the UI, but we will check the documentation in just a little bit. First off, select area that you want to cover. This also means that devices should be sorted in the areas. So that's one of the things that I have been mentioning a lot in the last couple of months, and Home Assistant is going to use this even more. Do yourself a favor, while you still have a limited number of devices, let's say 500, distribute them in each and every room where the specific device is located. Let's, for example, select Data Center, and now we have to add entities. Main entity is this entity here that we want to control as the main entity with this card, or see the state of main entity. For example, let's say that I want to add vacuum here. Here I can see the state of the vacuum. Then you can specify a couple of devices that you want to add in the right side of the panel. For example, ceiling light, kitchen light. These are just random devices for this video, but you should stick to the devices in the same area or same room that you specified here on the card. Next, you can, but you do not need to specify temperature and humidity sensor. I've specified two sensors for the temperature and humidity, and then you can also further customize the card. For example, features. You can hide the climate label, so you don't see the temperature and humidity. You can hide area stats, and that way you will not see number of devices and entities in that area. You can exclude default entities for the specific area, and you can also skip climate styles, if of course you have set up climate. Let me show you, for example, how it looks here. Plus we have option of interaction. Interaction in this case means that if we click on this, we will be redirected to the specific URL. For example, if you have a data center card in your UI and you also have data center tab or navigation in your UI, it will lead you to that specific page. For example, like this. Click on Save, and now we have a new card where we can turn on and off the light. We can navigate to the specific card, lock the door, start the fan, and also turn on and off our HVAC system. It's really awesome to see so many components developed for the HACS, not just the internal Home Assistant components, but the ones developed by the community that makes our UI look even better. Don't forget to give this repository a star if you do end up installing and using it. Next HACS component that we are going to look at today is this one here, Sun Forecast Plus. What this component allows you, it allows you to create a forecast of potential solar power based on your location, how your inverter is good or not, how many watts of panels you have, etc. etc. And that way, even if you have or do not have solar panels, you can see the potential of your location to create power. If you do already have solar panels, you can use this system to forecast your solar power production in next couple of days, up to a week upfront. And if you do not have solar panels, you can use this system to see the potential of your location, to see that if you do end up installing this system, how much potential power can you get from the system. For example, for today we have this much prediction of potential energy produced, for tomorrow 3 days, 7 days, next hour, this hour, next 12 hours, 15 minutes, 24 hours, etc. etc. Let's proceed with the installation. If you do end up installing and using this component, don't forget to give it a star to say thanks to the author for creating this component. Now let's proceed with the installation. Yes, this component is also not part of the official HACS repository. That means that once again we will need to edit manually. This one doesn't have a button, so you can click on it and it will auto-edit to Home Assistant. Instead, we need to copy the URL. For all of you, it will be as always down in the video description below. After you copy the URL, go to your Home Assistant HACS, click on three dots, Custom Repositories, paste the URL, select Integration as a type and click on Add. Close this and search for Sun Forecast Plus. Click on it, click on Download. The latest version at the time of the recording is version 0.41. Download, and that should be it. Actually, no, we have to restart our Home Assistant. And after Home Assistant has restarted, go to Settings, Integrations, click on Edit Integration, search for Sun Forecast Plus, click on it, and we need to fill in data. API key is not mandatory. API key for OpenMeta is only needed if you are using this for the commercial application. And since we are not doing any commercial application with it, let's leave it blank, and it should be blank. Base URL is as is, give it a name, your longitude and latitude, declination, it's currently set at 25%, for these are at 90%, azimuth, mine are at 270 roughly, total peak power of my panels, I'm using microinverter with just one panel, so it's 300 watts, capacity of my inverter in watts is 600, damping factor, adjust the results in the morning and evening, I will leave at 0. DC efficiency, it's around 0.96. And those two factors I will leave as is. Best match for cloud model and the weather model. Cloud correction factor is at 0.5. Submit. Select an area, for example balcony in my case, click Finish. And we now have one service with 19 entities, of which some are not enabled. Let me quickly enable everything. Everything is now filled in, so we have more information. For example, highest power peak time today is in 6 hours, estimated power production in 30 minutes is 55 watts, estimated energy production for today is 1.1 kilowatt hours, etc. etc. This integration is good for two things. First of all, if you already have solar panels, you can use this to track the estimates for the upcoming hours and days to see how much energy your solar system will produce. But also it's great if you want to try and size up your future solar system and see how much power you can gain from your solar system. Of course, you can also add this to your UI and create nice graphs to see how you currently are using and also potentially producing energy, or what is your solar potential. And best of all, yes, you can also use this integration to give you notifications and warnings, for example, during the winter when there is no sun, when the system is predicting that you will have extra energy, so that you can, for example, run something that you usually do not run because you are in a solar power shortage. This is it for this video. There will be another video this week. I will be covering the Seed Studio 7.5-inch e-paper screen and how to integrate it inside Home Assistant. If you did enjoy this video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up, because it not just means a lot to me, but it really helps with YouTube algorithms. Also, if you did enjoy this video and have a comment, don't forget to leave it down in a comment section below. And before I end up the video, as always, I want to say thanks to all those wonderful people that are supporting me and that have become YouTube channel members. Thank you all for all of your support. But let's not forget each and every one of you who has watched, liked, shared or commented on my videos. Thank you. If you too want to support the channel, you can do so by becoming a YouTube channel member for only €2 or $2 per month. Or you can go to my merchandise store and get something there. Last but not least, as always, you can send me super thanks and I will be super thankful for that. I will be seeing you next time. Until then, bye bye and have fun.